Good morning, America. Live on the west end of Portland, Maine. This is Frank Margell. Today's May 23rd, Monday, 2016. It is about 9 a.m. in the morning here on the west end, the western promenade of the big city of Portland, Maine. Northern New England, coastal southern Maine. Portland, Maine, Maine's largest city. This is a freelance video and you will find it at Frank Margell at youtube.com. I post on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Well, it sure is nice to be out and about with you this morning on the west end of Portland. Taking in some flower power 1 week before Memorial Day. I'm not affiliated with any business or enterprise that you may see in the video today. I'm out here in the public domain, and this is also a WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get, and I don't have a topic of discussion, but who cares? Well, let's read a stone. Let's get stoned on the west end of Portland, Maine today. Go ahead, let's read this. In memory of Lieutenant Philip B. Frothingham, born in Portland, Maine, August 9th, 1894. He died in France, September 14th, 1918. He was buried in Evergreen Cemetery, October 31st, 1920. He was the son of Mr. and Mrs. Thomas J. Frothingham. The Veterans of Foreign Wars, number 362. Was named for him. And I just love this quote, so let's read this. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his country. Let me see if I can get my shadow out of the flower power here. Now, what do you think about that? Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his country. That's a meaningful topic for discussion, don't you think? Here on the west end. Well, up here on the western promenade today, it's about 65 degrees. We got a little breeze, and it's blowing west to east or east to west, depending on if you're facing the east and the west or the west and the east. But we are at the west end. Let's take a walk up to the top side of the western promenade and see if we can't capture some bird song and see what perhaps some of the locals are up to today, maybe exercising their dogs or taking in some of the wonderful springtime weather here in the big city of Portland, Maine. I want to thank all those folks who keep my little YouTube videos going and sending me comments and clicking on them and sharing them. I really appreciate it. These nature walks and these videos that I do when I get out and about on the trails do get some hits, but I receive more clicks when I get out to Old Orchard Beach, or I sometimes occasionally capture an incredible weather event, or something catastrophic, something that people really like to view. But what a gorgeous day to be out and about in Maine, and the weather is really favorable for a nice walk along the western promenade of Maine's largest city. It's kind of hard to imagine, and this is my opinion, that Portland is facing some issues, very large homeless population. There's been an increase in crime and drug-related overdoses, and there's all kinds of scuttlebutt regarding the sports arena, the Cross Insurance Sports Arena, and medical centers. Drug addicts, alcoholics, and just citizens trying to access local medical services. Yep. Portland sometimes is referred to, depending on who you listen to. And I'm not going to tell you who to listen to. You can figure that out on your own. You can check your own facts. But yes, Portland has been referred to as a sanctuary city. And it is a peninsula, so sometimes it operates as an island or a nation unto itself. Passes a lot of laws by way of referendum and perhaps political maneuvering. Yeah. But it is a fantastic city, and it has such an amazing potential. And there's a lot of potential up here for growth right now. And some of the rumor and the scuttlebutt may be that we have a lack of leadership surrounding issues such as housing. That's right. There's tons of land up here and tons of trees, and there's tons of homeless people, but it doesn't seem like anybody's paying any attention to the housing crisis. And that's just not housing for those that may not be as rich and well-to-do as some others, but housing in general. And what's more important to an economy than developing housing? This seems to be such a basic necessity, Build houses. So how are people going to move to coastal southern Maine and live here? And how is the next generation supposed to thrive, like these flowers are, if we have nowhere, or we don't set aside a place to put them? So I get out and about, and I film all over coastal southern Maine, generally in the greater Portland area, but I do get down south, and sometimes I get up north. And there's just tons of room. There's tons of places to build. There's places right here in the city that can be developed. So what do you think the jab is? I don't know. And if you think you might know, go ahead and send me a comment. Why have a housing crisis in such a beautiful state and such a beautiful area like Portland? Snobbery? Maybe. Do you think there might be a bunch of snobs up here? Possible. I don't want anybody moving into their backyard. Well, isn't that a shame? Yeah, there's an American flag up here. Let's go ahead and pledge allegiance to the American flag with me 1 week before Memorial Day. And I really appreciate you getting out and about with me. Go ahead, you can send me a comment, a fact, a figure, or just your opinion at Frank Margell at YouTube.com. I post on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Well, there's Old Glory up there. Let's go ahead and pledge with me if you like. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Doesn't it really get down to leadership? The right leaders serving the communities of coastal southern Maine getting together with business leaders, developers, folks coming together and going, let's build our communities. We have such a beautiful state. And instead of young people migrating out of Maine, let's welcome them back with plenty of housing, because there's plenty of room up here. Trust me, this area, just the area I film in, could house hundreds of thousands of new people. We just got to build them. Why they're not being built, I don't know. Again, maybe there's a bunch of snobs running things up here, and we ought to rethink their positions and views and start representing what is really the need of the people. So if there is a housing crisis, why aren't they doing anything about it? What do you think? Thanks for viewing my video today and taking a walk with me out here on the Western Promenade of Portland, Maine. May 23rd, Monday, 1 week before Memorial Day. Once again in the big city of Portland, Maine. You have a great Maine day. This is Frank Margell. Take care. And no matter where you are in the free world, thank you for your service to this country. Thank you for those who serve this community. You have a great Maine day, and I will keep you posted.